But the thing, and when we speak to some of these people, we see that they have some vision, of course, of the white power, of the Western power, and they think these people, the whites, they have no sense of duality, of singularity. These Western people, they want to be totality, they want to be universal, they want to be total, they want to be an integral power, they want to be the good, the mystic good. They have the intelligence of good, but they have not the intelligence of evil. And that's the difference between them. And say this underdeveloped, and I don't know how to say that, these irrelevant people, they have intelligence of illusion, of evil, of subterfuge, of masquerade, and so on. And they have, with the magic thought, la pensée magique, selon les
By
sources.
intelligence you mean perception? Or
No comprehension, the intuition. The intuition, the mode of unconsciously operate with the bar maudite we spoke about this morning, with the cursed part of man and so on. They know how to deal with that, and we don't know how to deal with that. Or we know no more how to deal with that. We want uniquely to be good, to exterminate any malediction, and to keep only the benediction, the good share. This part of the world, this Western part, in the vision of the oppressed, of the, we know the technique, we know the reason, the historical reason, the political reason, but we don't know anymore the seduction, the charm, the evil genius, I would say. Neither the ambiguous, the ambivalence of things, the ways of détournement, c'est toujours la même chose, détournement.
Derailing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Western culture is oriented to the rights, the right dimension, the rights, the jurisdiction of right, the orthogonal perspective, and so on. And this thought, this main thought, is that of orthodox. And overall, the Western culture is in search for the end, for the finality, for the end, for the final result of things. And all this is in the vision of the others, of the black. Let us say the black. All this is naive and ridiculous. We don't feel that. Of course, we are too far from that, and they play the game, and they play the ostensible game of Western values and so on. They make even more than we, but in secretly, they thought the inverse about that. Now I would say, from this point, from this viewpoint, some words about history in this sense. What happened about history, about our historical vision, historical values, and so on. In this perspective, we can say, we can quote and take again the words of Marx about history, that we, in the first stage, history is a real event, and in the second stage, it becomes a farce. Farce is, what's this farce? Farce is a farce, so a parody. And that was true for Marx from Napoleon the first and Napoleon the third, because between between births it was a real substance of event has disappeared, and the second was the parody, the caricature of the first. Yeah. And it seems that it's real for the whole world, that we came in a stage, in a new stage of parody of the history, of another way for events to come to an end. The end of history, we spoke of the end of history, Fukuyama, and so on. That's not an end, that's an interruption of history, that there is no events, maybe, but before all, there is it ends in parody, in derision, in ridiculous repetition of it. And we are in a stage where we can only, in a certain way, only continue this end of history. Dostoevsky talks about the man, the common man of modernity, but no goal anymore than prolong the history. Prolong, but today it's not to prolong the history and to continue in the same sense. It's to prolong the end of history. We are in the same state of end. That's in a certain sense that would coincide with what Heidegger speaks about banality. Banality as the second fall of man, and the worst of God, the second fall of man in the banality. That's another aspect of the end of history. And I don't know when I say that, but you know this as Hegel with Weltgeist, the spirit of the world, and Hegel spoke about Goethe and Napoleon. Goethe sieht he looks at Napoleon on his horse, which goes along, yes, and Hegel says he saw the Weltgeist, the spirit of the world, come along. But today, no matter of a sublime, a transcendent Weltgeist, everyone of us is Weltgeist. Everyone needs only to look at himself to see the Weltgeist.